Hello to everyone and welcome to another update on the market for today. I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. And what we have here is the market is still in the pullback mode. We didn't trade deeper into the single prints or this gap area that I will mark here. So from the area between 1.0735 and 1.0820, we have this whole gap area. The rising trend line is also, we still have quite a big gap between the rising trend line and the current price. So let's speak about two scenarios around this stage. So for anything meaningful further, to the upside, I would like to see the breakout of 1.0890 mark and then hold above this level in order for the confirmation and for the potential higher prices towards the 1.0940 or even 1.1 area. So that will be like scenario more like this, and then hold above and then continue higher. If that's not the case, then there is a chance still for the price to go lower towards the single prints and the rising trend line. Speaking of the gold market, we can see here that we have the key pivot cluster between 1970 and I will say 1975. So market rejected this point here and rejected this point here more aggressively here compared to this one. But still it's in a process of more building this consolidation. We also have this recent trend line, rising trend line, but the market actually just tested, rejected, tried to retake the low, but it failed, and so far we have some rejection here. So potential for the upside rotation again to revisit cluster is also one of the scenarios like 1975. In case of the bigger and the stronger breakout of this level and hold above this, there is a chance for retest of 2000 mark. Now, in case of the downside breakout below the 1956 and hold below, there is a chance for the next level around 1945 or even 1933 on the downside. Now, speaking of the crude oil, we can see that market almost traded into this pivot around 80.75, but actually then just a little off of this pivot we got this supply, and the market broke the rising trend line. So at this point we can see that there is a chance for a retest of 75.37 for this to continue lower. And anything meaningful to the upside, I would like to see the market to aggressively come back above this rising trend line and hold above in order to potentially retest 80 mark and try to attack 80 mark. And Bitcoin versus US dollar, we spoke about this climax, and market actually we had a strong upside reaction. But what we got here is just retest of 37, I will say at 38,000 mark. So in case of this rejection, there is a chance for, pull back at least towards the 36,800 or even lower. The market can retake 38,000 and hold above. There is even a chance for the 39,000 to be the test or the 40,000 mark. So that will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy, and have a good trading day, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.